Hello and welcome back to the Southern Cyborg Cooks. I'm Craig Hall and today I'm going to be making a made from scratch super moist chocolate cake. So let's get started. The first thing I have right here is 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to pour this into a sifter and we're going to sift it. Now this right here is our milk, and this is about 2 teaspoons of white vinegar. We'll put it in, give it a mix, just set it to the side for when we need it. The next thing we're going to do is the baking soda and the baking powder. The next thing that's going to go in is 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. And finally, this is 2/3 cup of cocoa powder. That's the dry ingredients. We're just going to give them a mix. And here's the salt. Don't need to sift the salt. Now for the wet ingredients. We got 1 large egg. We got a cup of vegetable oil, this is the milk we had a while ago that we added the vinegar to, and vanilla extract. We're going to mix well on medium. We're going to scrape down the sides of the bowl. The next ingredient is going to be 2/3 cup of boiling water. Goes right in it. Continue mixing until it's mixed well. Same thing as before. Scrape down the sides. Make sure everything is in there. Here we got 2 buttered and floured pans, but instead of flour, I used the cocoa. We're just going to try to get about half in each pan. Alright, once you got it in the pan, you want to tap it about 4 or 5 times. Then we're going to put it in an oven that's been preheated to 350 degrees. We're going to let it go for 30 to 35 minutes or until a toothpick inserted comes out clean with no crumbs. I'll see you in 30 minutes. The cakes have been in 35 minutes at 350 degrees. Toothpick coming out, clean. The cake is cooled down. What I'm gonna do now is turn it over. Put the first one in here. What I'm gonna do next is trim off some of this top so it'll be level. We'll take these crumbs and put them right in this here bowl. I'm intentionally trying to get about 150 grams out of this right here. Okay, same thing with this one. We're going to try to cut some off, but it's not going to go to waste. Right in here we got 300 grams of cake crumbs. Okay, here we got the cake crumbs. We're going to mash them up, set them to the side. Then we're going to put in 1.5 cups of milk, 1/3 cup of sugar, and the last thing is the cocoa powder. We're going to let it get all mixed up and hot. Start adding in those cake scraps. That's all you got to do. You want to get it nice and thick. Then you're going to spread it on top of your first layer. Once you get that done, you're going to put the next layer on and put the rest of the crumb filling mixture on top of that layer. You want to get it nice and smooth Now we're going to make the ganache. That's 1 cup of milk, and into that we're going to add 1½ tablespoons of flour. The next thing we're going to do is start adding in the cocoa. That's 1/3 cup. Going to mix it until it's really mixed well, and then we're going to add in 1/2 cup of sugar. Mix it up. Next we're going to put in 40 grams of butter. Let it melt well and get ready to pour it on the cake. And here you can see the ganache just running right on top of the cake. This is the first time I've made ganache, and it looks good. And I want to assure you, if I can make ganache, you can make ganache. As a matter of fact, I know you can make this whole cake if you just take your time and make your mind up that you're going to do it. That's all there is to it. Make your mind up and do it. Well, here it is, folks. One homemade from scratch, super moist, super dark chocolate cake. It's the first time I ever done one. And while it may not look like a gourmet, I think it looks pretty good. So we're going to give it a try in just a few minutes. Well, here we are. The cake's cooled down. It's time to taste it. All right, right here I'm just cutting a nice slice of cake and trying to get it over there into that plate. I got so excited, I forgot to say anything at all. Hey, it's going to be good. And so here I go. Good gracious. This cake is moist. Wow, this is really good. If you like what we're doing here at the Southern Cyborg Cooks, subscribe to my channel and ring that bell so you'll know every time that I put out a new video. And I'll see you next time on the Southern Cyborg Cooks. Take care.